What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video for you that I've been wanting to put out for a very long time, which is how we install our INTEX above ground pool on unlevel ground. We have a lot of tricks for creating a sturdy and even base for our INTEX pool every summer. What you're going to need before you get started are large foam insulation boards, which you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, as well as sand, black construction garbage bags, and you're also going to need Gorilla Tape or any other kind of high quality duct tape, and an X-Acto knife. You're also going to need concrete blocks to put under all of the legs of the pool once you start putting it up. So those are the things you're going to need to start the process of creating a level foundation for your INTEX above ground pool. Our pool is 15 by 48. You can do this for a slightly smaller or slightly larger pool. This can get a little costly. It's worth it in the end because it really does help you have a sturdy foundation for your pool, and it will hold up all summer. So now that I've listed all of the main staple items that you're going to need, let's get started. So my husband and I started out by laying out all of the trash bags to create the first layer of the foundation, which would be the sand. So we didn't want the sand to get mixed into the grass because the grass underneath gets messed up enough as it is. So that is the one downside to doing it this way. But you know, when we're done with the pool, we put it away and we just regrow the grass and everything's fine. That's just how we do it. I mean, it is a lot of work, but it's worth it to us. So our backyard does slope a little bit from the patio to the back. There is just a slight little slope. So if we were to not do this, the pool would have very unlevel water. 2 to 3 inches would be higher, and we just can't have that. We want a nice, even pool experience. Nobody wants their pool to be higher on one side than the other. That's just no fun. So we came up with this way of making this foundation underneath the pool to make a level ground. In advance, I really do apologize for the seemingly unkempt yard. This is literally after it stopped snowing and we hadn't gotten to all the yard work yet. We just wanted to throw up the pool so it could start warming up. So please ignore the weeds in the back. We're gonna get to it. We start putting our pool up in late April, early May to allow the water to warm up enough with our solar cover so we can get in it a lot sooner. If you live in Ohio, you know that it snows into April, which I absolutely hate it. I hate the 6 months of winter that we have here, but it is what it is. That's why we didn't get to the yard work yet. We just wanted to get that pool up. We did not care. So we started out by laying a foundation of construction bags, and on this particular day, it was very windy. So we did have to anchor down the bags temporarily until we got the sand on top, and then once we had a good amount of bags put down, then we started emptying out the sand. Now this sand is the typical play sand that you would use in a sandbox, but some of this that we used was leftover sand that we saved from the previous year. This is sand that we used decoratively outside of the pool to make it feel kind of beachy. So any clean sand that we had left over last year, we just bagged it up and we saved it so we could use it the following summer. We made sure there was an even amount on each bag, and then my husband just took this large broom and evened it all out to create just a perfectly even sandy base for the next layer. We then started laying down the foam insulation boards, and you'll see here that we have 7 of them. We used to have to play around with it to get the perfect formation for the pool. We cut one of the boards in half to put on either side, and then we start taping them together. And trust me, this tape in the sun heats up super fast. My hands are burning the entire time here, securing it to the boards. You're really gonna need a lot of teamwork to get this done. You're gonna have to have one person pulling the tape across the boards while one person is slowly securing it down. That's just the best way to do it. One person probably could get it done, but it is best with teamwork. Sometimes we even do this with 2 other people helping. My mom usually helps, as well as our friend Ryan. With 2 people it works great, but the more the merrier. Putting this tape down in the sun, you can see me, I'm already tuckered out. He did a lot of measuring during this process as well, just to make sure everything was going to be perfectly even on all sides. We even lifted up the boards and just evened out the sand some more before taping down the last couple of pieces. Next, we finally started to unbox the pool, and you guys, you have no idea how hard it was for me to get this pool last year. I got it on eBay and it was a fight. I had to call at least 20 times about where my pool was. Finally, it was delivered. So we started unboxing the pool and we laid out all the pieces and sorted them into categories. I don't want to really go too much in depth of how to put together an INTEX pool because this video is more so about how to install it on unlevel ground. So once the pool was up, we started filling it with water and you have to watch it during the early stages of filling because it's going to change. I usually get in it to even out the liner and get out any kinks, any bumps, any little wrinkles. I do my best to make it pretty even on the bottom as it's filling with water. The more it fills, the more you can see where the unlevel spots are. As it starts to fill, we begin adding these little concrete blocks underneath the legs wherever they're needed. Depending on how unlevel your ground is, you will need to either use some under certain legs or build them up maybe by using 2 blocks. It really all depends on your particular issue. We used to have to double up. Over the years, we've found better placement of the exact spot to place the pool, so we haven't really needed to double up the blocks too much. We usually just have one underneath each leg. So here we did double up, but my husband had a great idea of putting one underneath the foam board and then one on top to make it super secure and to also prevent the foam board from breaking, because it will. And don't be alarmed if you do get cracks in your insulation boards, because they're still going to hold up, they're still going to work. We did try to tape them down in parts where they did break, but they're still going to work fine. And we end up covering up the unsightly insulation boards that hang out with the decorative sand that I told you guys about. So the play sand, we use that around the pool to cover up the boards to make it a little cleaner looking and give you that beachy feel. Once we added in all the concrete blocks that we felt we needed to make the pool level, we continued to fill it with water and just kept an eye on it to make sure that the pool was going to be as even as possible. Because as you know, once the pool gets too filled with water, you are not going to be able to move a single leg. You're not going to be able to make any adjustments. So please keep an eye on the pool as it fills. Keep adjusting the legs, keep pulling them out as the pool fills with water, because the liner is going to start getting blocked by the legs. Like, you have to keep pulling the legs out from the pool to get it to fill properly and be stable enough. Keep an eye on how level or unlevel it's going to be, where you need your concrete blocks. That's probably the hardest part, is the early stages of filling the pool with water. And once you have everything adjusted and it's pretty full and everything looks and feels even, you're pretty much good to go. We just kept an eye on it for the rest of the evening while it was filling. And by morning, it was perfectly freshly filled with beautiful crystal clear water. We had our salt filter hooked up and running, and everything turned out perfectly. You can see that there's one little corner in the back that is a little bit higher than the rest of the pool, but for the way our yard dips in that spot, it's kind of needed to keep the water pretty level throughout the whole pool. So there will be little parts like this in our pool where you'll see one leg is a little bit higher than the other. That's okay. That's kind of what you need to do to create for an even water level. Our above ground pool always makes us so happy. It's my favorite thing I've ever bought in my entire life, and it always will be. We always get so much fun and enjoyment out of it. It's perfect for us, and it helps us create our own little paradise in our backyard, which I think we've all needed for the past couple of years. So I just wanted to share with you guys this huge project that we do every summer to create a level foundation for our INTEX pool. I hope that this video helps somebody out. Please let me know in the comments below if you've tried this method and if it worked for you, or if you plan on trying it. I would really love to know. I really hope this video was helpful. That was my goal. I really just wanted to share this idea with others because it has helped us out so much. So please let me know in the comments below if you plan on trying this out, and I would love to know if it works for you. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more how-to videos in the future. I do plan on doing many more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and I'll see you next time.